Hey everyone. So this is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can bring some of those outdated PowerPoints and Google Slides into Canva and really develop such an amazing professional quality designed presentation. Uh, I've talked to so many people who had the same comment. They like Canva and they like all of the tools that you can use within Canva, but they were having a little bit of an issue because they they had all these PowerPoints that they spent so much time on and they just didn't want to have to recreate them. Well, luckily for us, Canva came up with a great new tool that allows us to just import those PowerPoints. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. So here we are in our home section, and there's all of these different little tools. And then you should probably get involved in some of those tools and take a look at them. They're just really amazing. The one we're going to be using today is just the upload. But before I do that, I need to download the PowerPoint that I have. So here's a list of my PowerPoints. These are some Google Slides that I have and PowerPoints that I've created. If you click onto these three little dots, you can just download the PowerPoint. Once you click the download, it'll come up. I've already downloaded this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Canva. I'm going to hit the upload button, and it allows me to access all of my the files that I've downloaded earlier. In this case, I'm going to download the streamlining PowerPoint that I have within it, and I'm going to open that up. And over here, we should see that it's now uploading my PowerPoint that I have, and you can see it even says PPTX, the PowerPoint file that I have in there, and it'll eventually upload, and you'll see that the pictures will come up, and there it is. Once the pictures are up, I can click onto that PowerPoint and open up my new window. Let's go. There we go. And it has imported my PowerPoint exactly as I built it, with a lot of the same features that I used in Google Slides or the PowerPoint app. And now I can so a lot of people call it Canvifying my PowerPoint to make it a little bit more updated, to make it a little bit more creative. And I could do that starting with some of the fonts. I can change my fonts around, some of the things I like to use, change the size. And then there's some features in this that Canva does that Google Slides never did. And for one is I can just change the colors to something new and exciting. For example, I just slide down and I've got all these gradients. So if I want, I could choose a gradient and it looks really great. I can come up here. I can change the way the gradient looks. I can go from the low to the high. I can go in the center. I can even change the colors that I'm using. And that's just really such an amazing thing. And if I want to, I can also change an outline of it. Up there you go. Once we get into the font, you can see that there's effects. If I want to, I can make it an outlined effect. I have to just change my font, and I don't really like the font here, so I'm going to use, this is a font that I like. It doesn't really work with all caps, but I can change how I want it to look. Let's see. Now that I have that, I can change the size of it. I don't know if I necessarily like the color that I was originally using there, but it has the effect on it. You may not be able to notice it. I'm going to show you that effect right now. So let's go back into effects. I chose my outline and it gave me the thickness. I can change that thickness and I can change the color of it. In this case, I'm going to change my color to white. And there it is. So you can see what it looks like. And now if I want to change the color of my font, I can probably do something a little bit darker here now. And even though I would probably just go with a straight color, I'm just showing you some of the cool things that you can do with this. This is such an amazing app. And you can go slide by slide and really just change everything to fit your style, to update it, to really Canvify it. And you can see how some of that, really the small little details can really change everything that you're doing. Actually, this whole thing is bothering me right now. I don't want that effect. Maybe we can just do a shadow coming off of it, change that shadow blur, get the offset a little bit more, and maybe change the transparency. And that looks a lot better to me. So have fun, enjoy, updating those old PowerPoints, those outdated PowerPoints. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Take care.